watching birds soar through the air? Wouldn't it be amazing to be able to fly like a bird? Well, unfortunately, we don't have any wings. Or any of these guys, feathers. Remember how Nate showed us how birds take off? Well, we're going to learn about how birds stay in the sky. And these guys have got a lot to do with it. Feathers are one of the most high-tech materials in nature. Feathers are scrunchable, lightweight, waterproof and warm. And they create a strong, flat surface for birds to fly with. So how do feathers work? I mean, they're not solid. You've probably taken one and pulled it apart like this before. It's weird. I mean, an aeroplane's wings are flat and hard, and a bat's wing is all that solid skin. So how do feathers work? The structure of a feather is really special. They have a main vein, and then coming off that, things called barbs. And then if you take an even closer look with these magnifying glasses, you can see even smaller structures that crisscross in between the barbs called barbules. These have little hooks on them, and they stick the barbs together just like this. It's this crisscrossing that makes the feathers such a strong, lightweight material. It's genius. We know this because if you look at a feather that's not used for flying, like this lyrebird tail feather, you can see all these lovely barbs, but no little crisscrossing barbules. So our bird is up in the sky and it's got some serious lift going on. Now, birds don't just flap their wings up and down. They actually move their wings in a figure-of-8 pattern like this. And that gives the bird the thrust it needs to move forward and up at the same time. At the back of their body, birds have got tail feathers like this. These help the birds change directions, also help stabilise them in the air. They work a bit like a rudder in a boat. So as you can imagine, flying uses a lot of energy. So birds have come up with ways to save energy. One of the best ways is to use updrafts. Now, if you can imagine, this box is a building, and this piece of paper is my bird, and this fan is some wind. But on windy days, birds can cheat. Wind doesn't always go in one direction, and when it hits things like this building, it gets bent up. So my bird can use this to glide on, doesn't even have to flap its wings. Cool, huh? But birds aren't just good at staying up in the air, they're also really good at getting back down to earth in a hurry, especially when they're hungry. Birds of prey do this by pulling in their wings and diving. And those wing feathers come in handy when they need to pull up fast and break to snatch their dinner.